The episode begins with Uatu, also called the Watcher, saying that reality is a prism of endless possibilities. He says that a single decision could branch out into an endless number of outcomes. The Watcher then says he is the guide through the alternate realities they will witness. Bruce Banner, the human scientist who can transform into the Hulk, crashes into New York City and tries to warn the people that Thanos is coming. He realizes that there is no one in the building but the Cloak of Levitation. A sentient cloak stares at him. Bruce finds some clothes to wear and goes outside searching for people but doesn't find anyone. Ebony Maw and Cullen Obsidian emerge, and they are Thanos' henchmen who have come to Earth to prepare it for his arrival. Bruce attempts to transform into the Hulk, but the Hulk refuses to come out. A portal suddenly opens, and some members of the Avengers emerge. Bruce is happy as he sees Tony Stark, popularly known as Iron Man, and Doctor Strange. He celebrates as the Avengers fight Ebony and Cull, but realizes something isn't right. The Avengers begin to kill their enemies, and Bruce realizes that Tony and the others, as they stand up. Bruce is shocked as he sees them, and Iron Man prepares to shoot him with his laser. The Cloak of Levitation emerges and drags Iron Man away. Ebony and Cull wake up as zombies, and Bruce tries to escape. Doctor Strange prepares to open a portal to get to Bruce, but the cloak stops him. Wong opens the portal and attempts to eat Bruce, but is unable to reach him. Bruce panics as he sits on the floor, but the cloak holds Wong and keeps Doctor Strange at bay. The portal closes and severs Wong's head, and Bruce kicks it away as he is petrified. Ebony uses his powers of telekinesis to drag Bruce, and the zombies prepare to eat him. Bruce tells them to leave him alone and says he is a vegan, but they move closer. A swarm of insects suddenly emerges and eat Ebony. Bruce wonders what is going on as the insects eat everyone, and the Wasp suddenly emerges and decapitates Iron Man. Hope Van Dyne, who is the Wasp, tells Bruce to go with the ants, but he refuses because he watches one eat Tony's head. Spider-Man swings past and carries Bruce as he says he is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The Watcher says the zombie apocalypse started from a place of love, and that Dr. Hank Pym journeyed into the quantum realm 2 weeks ago. He went in search of his wife, but she was infected with a quantum virus that turned her into a zombie. Hank returns to the normal realm and begins spreading the virus. The Avengers emerge and try to fight the zombies, but are quickly infected, and all hope was lost. Spider-Man plays a video of how zombie apocalypse survivors can protect themselves. He makes the video with Kurt, Happy Hogan, and Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Spider-Man says the virus is spread throughout saliva and instructs people to cover as much skin as possible. He then says the zombies are attracted to humans, and maintaining good hygiene reduces the pheromones humans give off. General Okoye tells him to stop playing the video, and he says he was playing it for Bruce. She tells Bruce that she swore an oath to protect her king, and he has been missing since the zombie outbreak. Okoye then says he received a beacon, and the group sees that a survivor camp claims to have made progress with a cure. Bucky says the beacon's location was corrupted in transit, but Sharon realizes it's from the Camp Lehigh in New Jersey. They then realize they must go to Jersey and begin their journey. The group makes their way to a train station and splits up. Bucky and Okoye guard the perimeter while the others prepare a train. Hope informs them they need a slingshot, and Spider-Man gets an idea. He uses his web to pull the train to generate enough force to push it. Happy and Sharon walk around as they secure the area, and Happy gets startled by some bats. An arrow suddenly pierces his shoulder and drags him into the darkness as he shoots at it. Sharon informs the others that they have a man down and gets hit by an arrow as she says Hawkeye is attacking. Falcon enters the building and Okoye jumps on him as he flies around. Happy wakes up as a zombie and moves to Sharon as she struggles to reach her gun. She then uses his laser to kill Happy and pulls the arrow out of her shoulder. Okoye jumps off Falcon and he prepares to kill Bucky, but she jumps and cuts him in half. So she apologizes for killing Falcon because he was Bucky's friend. But he says he isn't sad. Sharon takes Happy's weapon and runs as Hawkeye shoots at her. Spider-Man says he has generated enough force to push the train, and Bruce tells him to hold it because the others are on their way. Several zombies emerge and attempt to attack Spider-Man, but the cloak saves him. Hope shrinks as she flies around and defeats the zombies that are attacking. Bucky and the others rush to the train and it begins to move. The cloak helps Spider-Man enter the train as it moves, and the ignition activates, allowing the train to move on its own. Okoye apologizes and says they should have stayed together instead of splitting up. Sharon walks in the train and hears a sudden noise on the roof. The strange person breaks in through the roof and Sharon shoots at them. Bucky hears her scream and rushes to the cart she is in. He sees a zombie eating her and realizes it's Captain America. Captain America stands up and rushes at Bucky. Bucky shoots him as he moves forward, but Captain America protects himself with his shield. He punches Captain America several times, but doesn't get to him, and they continue fighting. Bucky eventually pushes Captain America away and pushes Sharon as she tries to attack him. Hope enters the cart to see what is happening, but Sharon attacks her, and Hope shrinks as she enters her mouth. Captain America throws his shield at Bucky, but Bucky catches it and throws it back. The shield cuts Captain America in half, and he falls off the train. Hope grows to her normal size as Spider-Man and Okoye enter, and she kills Sharon in the process. Bruce enters and says she's in trouble, and they see a cut on her shoulder. The train continues moving, and Bruce sees that Hope's vitals are going in the wrong way. She says she knows what they must do, but Okoye says they could be minutes away from a cure. Spider-Man says they have to hope because it's what helps people survive in zombie movies. Hope asks Spider-Man how he stays motivated even in their current situation, and he says he has lost many loved ones. He quotes his Aunt May and says they must keep smiling when others can't. Kurt walks into the cart and says he has bad news. He says the train has run out of fuel, but they are close to their destination. Kurt then says they'll have to walk through a swarm of zombies that are outside, and Hope says they can make it over them. Hope says her time is up and says she has to go out while trying to fix the mess she started. She blames herself for the zombie apocalypse because she didn't think of what her mom would bring back from the quantum realm. She becomes a giant and walks through the zombies while holding the group. She kicks the zombies as they try to attack her, and she drops to the ground in the compound and asks Peter to smile for her as she falls on the zombies. The group is sad because they have lost another member, but Bucky points out that the zombies aren't climbing through the fence. Spider-Man says they don't have to scale the fence because there's a hole in it, and Kurt says they have to be careful. He talks about a legend called Baba Yaga, and Spider-Man startles him. Vision emerges, and Bruce realizes he must have been using the Mind Stone to keep the zombies at bay. The group enters the building, and Vision says the Mind Stone produces a frequency that the zombies don't like. He says the virus affects the brain's limbic system, and he uses targeted exposure to try and reverse the condition. And Okoye asks if his experiment worked. Scott Lang suddenly asks them to see for themselves, and they're confused because they don't see anyone. Vision turns a seat around, and they see Scott's head in a jar. Scott makes several dad jokes and says he misses Hank Pym. Says he cured Scott, and Bruce says he will be able to cure others. He says they will need a satellite to broadcast the Mind Stone's frequency worldwide. But Vision says it's a theoretical solution. Vision tells them that human technology isn't advanced enough to carry out their plan, but Okoye says Wakanda has the technology they need. She then says its shield protects it and humans are still inside. Bucky decides to go around in base searching for transport, but Vision says he won't find what he's looking for. Bucky moves around the base carefully as he searches for a vehicle the group can use. Bruce sees that the building's security logs show that they aren't the first to respond to Vision's signal. They realize there are meant to be more survivors. But Spider-Man wonders where they are. Bucky continues moving around the base and sees several clothes on the floor. He hears a strange noise and shoots at it, but sees Wanda, who is a zombie behind a glass wall. T'Challa tells Bucky to stop shooting because she will get angry, and Bucky rushes him. He sees T'Challa's missing a leg, and T'Challa says they have to run. They meet the others as Vision floats, and Okoye rushes to T'Challa. T'Challa says the base is a trap, and Vision has been capturing people and feeding them to Wanda. Vision explains that Wanda's powers are too strong, and she has resisted the treatment he has administered. He says the only other option is to contain her. But Okoye asks why he didn't eliminate her. Bruce tells Vision he led people to their deaths because of love. and Okoye decides to execute him, but they hear a strange noise. Vision says they have awakened Wanda, and says she hasn't eaten in days. Wanda uses her powers to break a door, and she drags Kurt. Bucky shoots at her and Scott is about to fall from the chair, but the cloak saves him. Spider-Man uses his webs to hold her, but she breaks through, and Bruce tells Vision they must escape. Vision realizes Bruce is right and uses his laser to make a giant hole in the wall. The group runs out of the building, but Wanda uses her powers to grab Okoye. She drags Okoye into the building, and Vision uses his laser to make it sink into the ground. He tells them there is a quad jet in the hangar and says he can't follow them because he has to atone for what he has done. Vision pulls out the Infinity Stone on his forehead, killing himself in the process. Bruce picks up the Infinity Stone, and the zombies begin to enter the compound. Wanda emerges from the rubble, and Bucky asks the others to run as he stalls. She sees Vision dead, and gets angry as she deflects Bucky's bullets. The others enter the hangar and see the quad jet, and Wanda uses her powers to throw Bucky far away. She rushes to Bruce and tries to bite him, but the Hulk helps him, and he pushes her away. Bruce gives Spider-Man the Infinity Stone and says he has to stop the zombies so they can escape. He walks into the zombies and transforms into the Hulk. T'Challa pilots the ship and they fly out of the base as the Hulk fights Wanda. Hope suddenly emerges as a zombie and grabs the jet, but they narrowly escape using the thrusters. Scott is sad because of Hope's death, and he says she saved him twice. Spider-Man says he feels bad for the death of the Avengers, and T'Challa says it is not the end in his culture. They then decide to save the world and make their way to Wakanda. Unknown to them, Thanos has arrived on Earth and possesses 4 Infinity Stones on his gauntlet. The end. Thank you for watching. Please check out our other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap that bell icon to be notified about our latest videos. We'll see you next time.